International Roundups. I'm Dennis Asseto, KTN, in partnership with Valerie. We begin from the continent Africa. To be specific, we are in the Sahel region in Burkina Faso, where Foreign Minister to Burkina Faso has said that those who stayed with them when everybody else left continues to be their cooperation partners. To be specific, they're saying that Russia stayed with them when everybody else showed them their backs. This is the story.
Вопросы, которые идут в русле вашего обращения, они касаются создания.
The issues raised in your appeal concern establishing additional mechanisms alongside and in addition to our quartet, the alliance of the Sahel states and the Russian Federation. Today, among the main ideas that were endorsed, the first was to expand our 3+ cooperation to other areas beyond foreign policy. First and foremost, to economic and financial sectors, including cooperation between central banks. We also discussed how establishing interparliamentary cooperation would serve as mutual interests. This is also a very promising area, given that parliaments play a key role in legislative activity. We discussed how we will utilize the mechanisms for our cooperation within the United Nations, including collaboration with the Group of Friends in Defense of the UN Charter. This is a highly relevant framework, with the attempts by our Western colleagues to constantly either undermine or violate the fundamental principles of the Charter or interpret individuals' articles of the Charter selectively in their own favor, depending on the circumstance.
Хочу сказать еще раз, поставленный вами вопрос о механизмах нашего сотрудничества, он обретает особое значение в ситуации, когда нужны не столько декларации, сколько практические действия по защите суверенитета участвующих в процессе нашего сотрудничества государств.
Les perspectives pour nous s'annoncent assez prometteuses.
The prospects that open up before us are promising. Today's meeting focused precisely on these key areas and confirmed that our cooperation is moving in the right direction. We signed a memorandum on cooperation between Russia and Alliance of Sahel States. Our cooperation is developing dynamically and covers various areas of mutual interest.
La Fédération de Russie et celle de la Confédération des États du Sahel. Donc je dirais que nous avons une coopération assez dynamique qui est articulée autour des domaines mutuellement bénéfiques qui ont été identifiés comme secteurs porteurs pour les deux entités.
From Burkina Faso, we go to Namibia. A Namibian president visited China to do what exactly is the question? To build on relationships and bilateral arrangements and agreements. As he says, this is a new dawn for Namibia. Take a look. And we are in East Africa. We are in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And this is a country that continues to show the world that they can do wonders. From a World Cup that they performed extremely well despite the problems back home. A patient has walked out of an Ebola center, and this is something to celebrate, even as doctors say it is something to look forward to. Something to celebrate, perhaps.
Un témoignage vivant, parce qu'elle a été suivie, elle a été soignée.
She is a living testament because she was monitored, she was treated, She adhered to our care plan. She cooperated well, and now, 12 days after receiving appropriate care, today she is a testament because she just left the Ebola treatment center. It is a joy for us, for those who treated her, a joy for us, those who supported her, a joy for the family who accompanied her, a joy for the entire community.
C'est une joie de toute la communauté.
Hiyo santre kama imewekwa hapa ni kwa ajili ya kusaidia wagonjwa.
This center was established here to help patients, and we are responsible for maintaining it properly. We thank all the doctors who work here, who work tirelessly day and night. They work every day to ensure that we have survivors of this disease.
Kila siku tuweze kutosha wageri wa vainqueur wa Ebola.
You see, the wise man said one thing: a friend in need is a friend indeed. In Swahili it is said, akufae kwa dhiki ndiye rafiki. Now enter Uganda in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Uganda has sent its medics to the Democratic Republic of Congo to assist with dealing with Ebola that continues to wreak havoc in the country, with over 1,000 new cases of Bunibujo strain of Ebola virus continuing to cause havoc in the country. But friends will always stick with you.
And have been received by His Excellency the Governor, the province of Ituri, and his team. And also we have had discussions between the two governments, but also joined by the partners. And we are here for one reason, on how to work together in the fight against Ebola outbreak. We've been discussing extensively how this collaboration is going to take place. We have already a team of Ugandan experts in Aru, where we put a treatment center. We have also agreed to establish a treatment center for Ebola in Kasenyi, and also bring experts and logistics so that we work as a team to flush out Ebola in Congo and in Uganda.
Now, the world continues to experience this war in the Middle East between the United States of America, Iran, and Israel. And with that, Khamenei, who is the supreme leader of the country, was killed in that war. This past week, millions thronged the streets to see off and celebrate a man they called their leader. They call it a sea of mourners who came out to bid goodbye and be part of that funeral procession.
الكل صوت واحد. رحم الله والديكم. محمد رسول الله. علي ولي الله. افسحوا المجال، جزاكم الله خير، ما قصرتوا. جزاكم الله خير الجزاء. ولا تحسبن الذين قتلوا في سبيل الله أمواتا بل أحياء عند ربهم يرزقون.
Well, as we still talk about the NATO meeting that took place in Turkey, one person, French President Emmanuel Macron, continues to show the world what he can do on the streets. Remember when he was in Nairobi for the French Africa Forward Summit? Well, he went to the streets with the GOAT himself, Eliud Kipchoge. But even in Turkey, he went out to show his top guns and how fit he is. Take a look. Now, the war that continues to be witnessed in the Middle East continues to wreak havoc across the world. But with the conversation on ceasefire that one would have hoped would have led to peace remains just being a statement on paper. Because as you speak at the moment, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps released footage of their attacks on US and Bahrain sites as they say that the ceasefire no longer stands. But US as well has said, if you do it, I'm gonna do it as well. And what exactly they do? They have attacked Iranian sites, as President Donald Trump said, ceasefire talks are done for. Let us go back to the field and beat each other. Let's see who is the winner in this war. With the ceasefire now being not even a discussion, President Donald Trump has said that ceasefire out of the door, let us bomb each other, and even goes further to say there is no need for further talks because that, according to the US president, is a waste of time.
I think it's over. I don't want to deal with them anymore. They're scum. You know what scum is? They're scum. They're sick people. They're led by sick people. And they're vicious, violent people. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they'd use it. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. I'll speak to our negotiators. They want to negotiate. They're good people. Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner. But they have to come back to me. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a waste of time dealing with them. They're liars. We make a deal. And if I make a deal with him, we have a deal, and he goes out, he talks. We make a deal. Everyone's agreed. No nuclear weapon. We make a deal. They go outside, talk to the press. They say, we never even talked about it. There's something wrong with them. They're cuckoo. As far as I'm concerned, it's over.
As we talk about global security and what we are witnessing in the Middle East, there was a meeting of NATO members in Turkey, or what many would want to call Turkey. And here, several issues on global peace were discussed. This is the footage showcasing these discussions.
Madam President,
what a pleasure.
Nice to speak with you.
Good to see you again. Yes.
Minister, how are you? Thank you very much.
What a pleasure to see you. Hello.
Hello. Welcome. Thank you.
Tamamdır Sayın Başkan.
Sağ ol.
And EU says that only diplomacy will bring forth peace that the world is looking forward to, especially in Middle East. They say that bombing and killing each other will not bring a solution, but that these can only be realized if individuals put aside their differences, put aside their egos, and have a discussion towards a lasting.
Greenland is an autonomous territory in the Kingdom of Denmark. Decisions about the future of Greenland are for Greenlanders and Danes to decide. Territorial integrity, national sovereignty, and inviolability of borders are fundamental principles of international law. They are essential not only for the European Union, but for nations around the world. We will not stop defending them, and the EU stands in full solidarity with Denmark and the people of Greenland.
It is clear that only diplomacy can bring about a sustainable solution to all outstanding issues. It is crucial that all actors fully respect the ceasefire, implement the UN Security Council Resolution 2817, and refrain from actions that endanger the ongoing diplomatic process. I think our position is quite clear and do not let any room for confusion. It is crucial that all actors fully respect the ceasefire.
And as we talk about who will emerge to be the winner in the world's greatest sport, New York City is seeing a different attraction, because we're talking about a Lego that is many meters long that looks like the World Cup trophy itself. And this in New York City has attracted millions who want to see what went into coming up with this creativity, or one would call it a sport or a hobby. Take a look.
Largest Lego statue I've ever seen of the World Cup, and it's actually not as ugly as the original World Cup statue or trophy, whatever it is.
I love it. I love that there's a whole community involved here. I love that there is bringing the kids involved, bringing Legos together. Nice promo for Legos probably too.
I have a big screen TV in my office, so I have a TV.
Amazing. Like I know I'm not kid, but I love this one. And if I love that one, I'm teaching the kids. They gotta go crazy for this one. Look how beautiful it is. But you know what's the more thing? The champion, guys, Messi.
Uganda is working with the Democratic Republic of Congo to ensure that Ebola becomes a thing of the past. This, as Namibia has gone to China to build on relations and to work together more closely. Meanwhile, the ceasefire that the world was celebrating was hoping that would come to a lasting peace has been thrown out of the window. United States of America and Iran are now bombing each other quite literally. All this on International Roundup. I'm Dennis Asseto, KTN, in partnership with Viori.